Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me for day 2 of our morning yoga series for beginners. I'm so excited to have you here. Day 2 is nice and quick and super easy. We're going to be spending a little bit of time on our wrists, but not too much. We're going to build up slowly through this series, so let's hop right into it. Starting in a cross-legged seated position, we are just going to take a couple moments to center ourselves here this morning. Taking a nice deep inhale in, fully exhaling out, dropping into how our bodies are feeling in this moment, right now, at the top of the morning. Setting ourselves up for a wonderful day. One more inhale in, exhaling, just to all sync us up together. And then we are going to take our weight forward and make our way to all fours. So you can keep a blanket underneath your knees if you have sensitive knees. I'm just going to move mine off to the side here and center myself on my mat with my hands underneath my shoulders and my knees underneath my hips, making sure I'm pulling my navel kind of into my spine, not like super active where you feel like you're like trying to flex or something like that, but just active enough that you know you're pulling your core in and you're not just dropping all of your weight into your support system. You are defying gravity here a little bit. And this includes your neck. So you're going to want to try and think about keeping your neck in line with the rest of your spine. You're not dipping it low and hanging your head, and you're also not breaking that straight line and looking forward. Of course, if you need to look at the video, go ahead, but just try and keep it as straight and aligned with your spine as possible. Alrighty. Taking a nice deep breath in here, exhaling, and on your next inhale, you're going to drop your belly and take your hips back, almost as if you're pulling it towards your head. Raise your head into a nice cow position. We're going to find some spinal flux here. So on your exhale, you're going to round through your spine, dropping your hips and the crown of your head towards the ground and really pulling your navel towards your spine here. And then in your own time, on your inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Just taking a second to sync up with your own breath and find some nice movement in the spine. Last one. And on your inhale, just find a nice neutral spine. And we're going to tuck our toes under us and just make our way back to sit back onto our heels. I know we probably aren't used to spending this much time with weight in our hands, so we're just gonna give our wrists a little roll out here. And then we'll find our way back to all fours, just finding a little break for our wrists and bringing our weight back to our hands at the front of the mat, untucking our toes and kind of almost pressing in to the tops of our feet to find a little extra stability for the move we are about to do. We are going to extend our left leg back. You can keep your toes tucked and then extend your right arm forward and lift your back leg. And take a nice inhale here. And on your exhale, you're going to bring your knee and your elbow in towards your center. We're going to do 3 of these. So that's 1. Inhaling and then exhaling to come in. Inhaling to come forward. And this is our last one here. Really pushing out of your left hand and pressing into your right foot to stay balanced. And release so we can set up to make our way to the other side. So right leg back, toes tucked, and left arm forward, really pressing out of your right hand and into your back foot, the top of your foot, and lifting your right leg, taking a nice big inhale, and on an exhale, bringing your elbow and knee towards center, or your knee towards your nose. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, bring it all in to center. Inhale forward. This is the last one. Exhale to center, squeeze, and release. Taking a nice deep breath in and full exhale out, releasing that. And then we are going to find our way to downward dog. So tucking our toes under, maybe moving your hands a little more towards the front of your mat, and then pressing into your feet and lifting your hips up towards the sky. We're going to find a nice little downward dog here. You can walk your dog out while making sure to take some nice deep breaths in and out. Just waking up your legs here, and then taking a moment to find stillness. Really pushing through your hands, making sure to be pushing through all parts of your hand, really making sure your weight is distributed kind of a little bit through your fingers and your palm, pressing, not just leaning all of your weight into the base of your palm, but balls of your fingers. And almost thinking about kind of arching your back and raising your tailbone up to the sky. You're not going to find a full arch, but this is going to help you find a straight back in this position. And we'll take one more deep breath in here. Exhale, and on your next breath in, you're going to pull your navel in towards your spine, and we're going to start moving forward, almost as if you're coming over a hurdle with the center of your body, and we're going to find ourselves in plank pose here. So really pulling through your heels towards the back of the room, bringing your navel in to your spine and pushing through your hands. We're not going to be here for too much longer, but if you do need to come down to your knees, respect where your body is at today. You can come down to your knees and build up to that at a later date. So wherever is comfortable for you, either full plank or at your knees. And we are just going to make our way down slowly to our stomachs here. And keeping your hands kind of next to your rib cage, a little bit further back than right underneath your shoulders, you're going to press your pubic bone into the ground, and you're going to kind of pull your chin into your chest to come up to a little bit of a mini cobra on an inhale, and then exhale, come down. On your next inhale, you can find kind of a mid height here for your Cobra. Exhaling, coming down. And last one, biggest Cobra. You can push into your hands and come up as far as is comfortable for you. Taking a second in this position, you can look back, see if your toes are in line with your legs, over your left shoulder. Look over your right shoulder. And on your next exhale, releasing fully down. Now from here, we are going to push back, staying low, bringing our toes together and taking our knees as wide as the mat, pushing your hips back and keeping your hands forward, bringing your forehead towards the ground. If it doesn't make it there, that's okay. Just finding wherever is comfortable for you and your body today. Trying to keep your hands grounded and just finding a nice, relaxing child's pose here. When you breathe in here, try and see if you can feel the skin of your ribs stretching, expanding through all sides of your rib cage. And on your exhale, just fully relaxing and letting go of all that we have done today. One more breath cycle here. And after your last exhale, we're going to pull our hands in towards us, lift our upper body up. You can take your weight a little bit forward, cross one ankle over the other, and sit back to find yourself in a seated position like we started in. We'll just take a second to ground here. One last deep breath in together. Full exhale, bringing your hands together and maybe your thumbs up to your third eye and giving a little bow and namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed day 2 of the beginner morning yoga series, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow in day 3. So have a lovely day, and I'll see you then.